Bitcoin's fake out. California approves a brand new crypto bill. Is it good or bad for crypto? We'll discuss that and much, much more on today's live show of Sin City Crypto. Hello, my name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. And today, like every single weekday, we're coming at you live from our studio here in Las Vegas, Nevada. With the fake out of Bitcoin, we'll tell you why. Obviously, a lot of you have read the news that Cointelegraph falsely put out a report that a spot ETF was approved. That was a lie, but Bitcoin pumped nonetheless. What does it mean? We're also going to be discussing what's happening this week. What kind of volatility can we expect? Token unlocks, big events from the top 100 cryptocurrency projects, and much, much more. But first, here's your other host, Rob.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where, unlike the other stale and boring channels, we take the information and package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, I'd like to encourage all of the viewers here to buy some Bitcoin. Also, hit that like button. And if we get to 170 likes, we'll open up the club.
194.
Huh?
165.
What? We lowering the bar?
No, 180.
Keeping the bar where it is.
180.
Sound like the Fed over here. All right. So keeping it at 170. All right. Now, I was gonna say, is Bitcoin over 30,000? Well, it was this morning. Yeah. No more. But
That was short-lived, my friend.
yeah. You think we'll get back there within the next 48 hours?
No.
Here's the thing. I think that Cointelegraph did get some inside information. It just hasn't been announced yet. I think, my personal opinion, I think that somebody with inside knowledge at the SEC says, hey, they're going to approve the ETF. And Cointelegraph just launched the announcement, right? They were like, hey.
Premature?
Yeah. I think that within the next 48 hours, it gets passed.
Really?
I think so. I think that this was not just a 100% fabricated article. We can sit here and say, hey, maybe somebody inside of Cointelegraph had a long position put in. I just doubt it. I think that they knew they know somebody at the SEC or somebody.
Cointelegraph hasn't really been the one that's broken SEC.
Yeah, it's usually
been like CoinDesk.
It's usually been like Reuters or
CoinDesk, Reuters,
Reuters, Reuters, whatever.
Oh, it's France. Yeah,
It must be Reuters. I don't know what to say.
Say it the Portuguese way, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. Hola! So, anyways,
Rocco,
Bloomberg as well, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, I can see that scenario if it was like CoinDesk, right?
But here's
Cointelegraph.
If it was Bloomberg, they're not going to release the information until they know 100% for sure it's good to go. Same thing with CNN, MSNBC. They're not gonna just YOLO on a big article. But that's why I think that Cointelegraph, who normally doesn't break stuff, has inside information and just ran with it. And then when they got called on what's your sources,
they had to retract.
Yeah.
So you're saying it was true, but it was not supposed to come out right now.
I think it's true. It's just not official. Put it that way.
Okay. We're actually going to be discussing what's next for Grayscale and what timeline are we looking at potentially for a spot ETF getting approved. But first, we like to start your show off by putting some smiles on your face. Robin, have you heard about our channel sponsors?
Yeah.
Well, if you haven't, let me tell you. CAMS Blue Wire Technology is our first sponsor. They're our networking, IT, and cybersecurity partner. They're the ones we go to when we upgraded our internet and we started to stream in 4K. It wouldn't have been possible without CAMS Blue Wire Tech. So if you want to have the same level of customer service that we did, you want to make money for your business, visit BlueWireTech.com. Also, big thank you to Radix. Radically Better DeFi. You want to play in their sandbox. You want to learn about their ecosystem. You want to use some of their dApps and wallets. Visit RadixDLT.com or click the link in the description of this video. So big shout out to Radix for bringing you today's show. Now, Robin, now that you've heard about our sponsors, have you heard about Gary Gensler's new pet?
No, I haven't. What is his new pet?
I'm
stupid.
afraid already.
Happy you asked. You know, if you were to think, is Gary Gensler more of a dog, a cat, a bird, a pig kind of guy? What would you say?
Looks like a.
He's a cat.
What is this?
This is Gary's new pet he adopted over the weekend.
That thing real?
Yeah.
No, that's a filter.
It's real.
No, that's,
This is a real animal.
that's not real.
I did listen. This ain't Cointelegraph, all right? This is the real deal. This is Gary Gensler's pet.
Okay, what
That-
kind
that
of,
was,
what's
that
the name
was
of the
it, huh?
animal?
It's called a Cornish Rex cat.
That was your grand reveal there, huh?
a bad one.
You know, someone said last week Robin left his sense of humor at the hospital. I'm starting to believe that. Now, speaking of animals, you've heard of Ghost Ride the Whip. What about Ghost Ride the Horse?
Why is riding with a horse?
Ghost Riding the Horse. That's kind of badass, right? I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna go save humanity or something. Then we have the Beetle Bird.
Cause you had a bad day.
Damn, all these songs. But have you ever seen a bird? What is this? This looks like. Have you ever seen that movie Despicable Me? You got kids. You've probably seen that, right? Vector.
Definitely. Yeah. I think it's more the Forrest Gump. Or not.
Forrest Gump.
I meant to say Dumb and Dumber.
Why is my brother
Oh,
FaceTiming
yeah.
me? This is how you know your family doesn't watch your show is because they FaceTime you during the show.
Answer it.
You're live on air right now. What's up, man? Oh, okay. Look, we're live on air. If you watched our channel, you'd know that I actually go live at 11 o'clock. So I'll call you when I'm done. Hi. Love you. Bye. My little niece. I love my niece. What are you laughing at? You told me to answer it, bro. I didn't want to answer it. I just do what I'm told. I'm just an employee here. Anyways.
Okay.
I don't know why I was expecting like your brother to be like, David, you ate all the applesauce. What the hell, man?
He recently moved to California. Don't ask me why. I have no clue why. Wow, Rocco. Can we here put your face in the go triple cam
my
here? Look
face?
at the hair here. Did you like
There?
do new shampoo or new conditioner? What's going on, man?
No, today just
Looks very flowy. You know?
freedom today. Freedom.
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 I love freedom. Then we have this.
Come on. Really?
And then this was hella cute. This was super cute. So, anyone's got a baby, look at it.
Oh my god.
He's looking around.
I want to do that too, really. It's really stupid.
Oh my god.
That's a
This
cute
is
baby.
how David eats barbecue, in case you guys are wondering.
He's got a lot in his nose.
Oh man, kids are the best. Uh-oh. Don't tell me the internet's so now. And then this is also funny. Sam may testify at trial, but he won't do so unless he gets his ADHD medicine. Says he can't testify unless he has this medicine. Well, a lot of people who had money on FTX can't pay their bills until they get their money back.
Dude,
So-
if this guy, like, if you ain't got an addiction, I don't know what else. Be like, you guys want me to testify? Give me some drugs, I will. I will be there. Like, you do understand you'll probably go to prison if you testify. They're going to crush you. Like, can I crush those Adderall pills up?
Well,
and
Look, I'm not making light of ADHD medication. I know some people actually need it, but for this man to sit
this
here
man
and
does not
say-
need it, bro. I'm sorry, man.
He might need it, but he doesn't deserve it. Suffer like the people who lost money on FTX had to suffer.
If you're going to sit here and say that you're not capable of testifying without your ADHD medication, I'm sorry.
Just give him a cucumber.
I mean, in the history, of court cases, I mean, I don't know. I'll just leave it.
I can imagine if Bernie Madoff was like, I need to hit a weed before I can testify, man.
You know,
Give me
I want
Give me some booger sugar.
some boogers.
Speaking of sugar, why don't you give some sugar to the chat here, Robin?
Let's do that. All right.
That's right, sugar.
Hello. Are you new here? If you are, put something in the chat
It's like an
so I can
commercial.
give you a shout out. Also, the
Hi.
new people I've recognized.
Are you
Well,
new here?
let's go down the list. The Crypto Remora, Paul Baker, all set. Forget about it. Bo Rabbit, Tornado T2, VLAD, JG, Moonshine, Baxter Churchill, FV702, repping the Vegas area code, Joanna Nicholson, Crypto A in the Rick Suave, and David Mott Seaton. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Guys, if what's up with these names, man?
Hold on. Time out. Wait a second. Oh, no. Give me the camera back.
Oh my God.
50 likes, 135 people?
It's almost 30.
That's like a 30% like ratio. That we got. That. Why y'all doing this, man? Look, hit the like button. Let's get this thing going. 170 viewers or 170 likes. Let's validate the likes. If you've hit the like button,
Let's validate.
put an Ola in the chat. Let's get the Ola train going. All right. This is the last time I'm gonna remind you.
Validation is good.
All right, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you.
Also, guys, we haven't laid down the ground rules in a while. It's Ola without the H because why, Robin?
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah, that's right.
We're not Sin City Crypto. We're Madeira Crypto. Anyways, so
What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, we have this piece of news. Of course, everyone today, as expected, was freaking out. Oh my God, Bitcoin ETF has passed. We're going to 100,000. And then, nope, as Rob mentioned before. So Cointelegraph issues apology after falsely announcing that BlackRock's ETF was approved. Now, Robin's thesis, if you missed it at the very beginning, is that the information is true. It was just not supposed to be released yet. And Cointelegraph prematurely
This is just
sent out the
as
information.
credible as there. My thesis is just as credible as Cointelegraph's announcement.
You know,
So take that with a grain of salt or a block of salt or sunflower seeds.
don't take smelling salts. Now, so, and then of course, you know, Cointelegraph came out. But for me, when I saw it this morning, I was like, this isn't something Cointelegraph would break. This is something Reuters, Bloomberg,
Virtuous.
James Seifert, Financial Times, those guys would break, not Cointelegraph. I'm sorry, and this is nothing against Cointelegraph, but something as big as that, I just that's why we didn't tweet or say anything about it. But and it, you know, came out to be false. And then you know, Rob, you kind of mentioned this. So this is from Rollpit. So someone had put in a nice little trade here, my friend, before Bitcoin's price went up. 27.7 entry with a bust of 27.2. So not a lot of wiggle room. And they put up 50K and they cashed out $2.2 million. Not a bad day at the office, huh? But you don't think, Robin, you don't think it's this, right? You don't think it's someone was, you know, manipulated the markets and, you know, made money and it was out of, you know.
I don't think so. Because it's pretty. They took a reputational damage. So one person just simply,
Or maybe for that one person, they didn't care about Cointelegraph. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's got to be a process of breaking news, right? It can't just be one person.
So
I mean, it starts with one person, but
if it's a lower level person, I'm assuming they have to have someone, you know, verify and check it
Yeah,
before they send it.
and
I mean, I don't know the structure of Cointelegraph.
anybody that has the final say on pulling the trigger on a major news breaking announcement, they got to be making six figures there easily.
Six figures is kind of far off from 2.2 million. So
No, I get it. I mean, okay, I wouldn't be shocked, wouldn't be surprised, but my first kind of my intuition is that they got some information. They just went hog wild, released it because they wanted to be first to break the news. And I think if within the next 48 hours, if they pass the ETF, we'll look back at this situation and be like, yeah, they knew it. They just couldn't verify it at the time. So
yeah. Robert Vermouth said that one person cannot retire. This is true. Also,
can't retire with $2 million anymore.
That's also very true.
Yeah, you can buy a house and then pay taxes for the next 10 years and then it's gone.
So, Rob, who is the most respected investor, right? Got the best track record, has made the most money for the longest amount of time. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett has also been, him and his business partner, Charlie Munger, have been extremely vocal against Bitcoin. Well, Robin, what if I told you that Warren Buffett's best investment this year is tied to Bitcoin? Warren Buffett's best performing investment this year is Bitcoin and crypto-friendly Nubank in Brazil. So they're up about 90 some odd %. So if you guys remember, Nubank is a crypto and Bitcoin friendly bank in Brazil. And Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett took out a big stake in the company about a year ago. And well, it is the best performing asset in his portfolio this year. Is this enough to change Warren Buffett's outlook on Bitcoin, Robin? We know money talks. We all speak different languages, but we all speak one unilaterally, and that's green, which is money. Right? You think he's going to go out and buy some spot Bitcoin now or what?
I think these guys have been increasing their exposure to Bitcoin all the while. I don't think that it's all of a sudden they just came around to crypto. And their primary business model, how they built their wealth and fortune, was off of the backs of traditional finance, banking, traditional investments, gold, and the bond market. And so that's how they made their come up, and that's what they're known for. And so, do they want to publicly come out and back Bitcoin? No. It goes against everything they've stood for on the way up. And so now they're seeing an opportunity. And so I think they're just piling in. They don't want their customers to get exposure. First of all, the infrastructure's not there. The clarity's not there. The institutions don't even have a direct path to purchase
real quick.
crypto here in the States.
Real quick, you said the infrastructure is not there. Is a spot ETF the infrastructure you're speaking of?
100%.
So once a spot ETF is approved, you're going to say the infrastructure is completely there for TradFi to invest.
It lowers the barrier.
I agree with you.
It lowers the barrier. It removes all the roadblocks for buying Bitcoin for institutions. Now, if an individual here in the United States, you can buy Bitcoin. It's really not. I mean, you got tax implications, KYC. It's not as simple as going to the store and buying a coffee, but it's really not difficult for a U.S. citizen to buy Bitcoin. Now, company? Absolutely. Nonprofit organization? Absolutely. Getting Bitcoin exposure on a 401k or retirement? Yeah, damn near impossible.
You guys know how much money?
And if you're publicly traded, good luck getting Bitcoin. I mean,
you guys realize how much money more specifically, the winner of the spot ETF race is going to make? If they make between 0.5% and 1% fees on their ETF, and we're talking billions and billions and potentially trillions of volume for a spot ETF, that is a lot of money. And that is essentially, I don't want to call it new money, but essentially a new avenue, right? Which is digital assets and Bitcoin.
I think they literally all go live on the same day.
I agree, but there's going to be one that kind of takes the cake, right? Of course, there'll be volume on all of them.
I don't think so, because the futures, one went live, and then it was the next day or 2 days later, the other ones went live. And I think that because of the volume there, and because of the pressure that even we heard about it through the congressional hearings where Gary Gensler was testifying, I don't think there's any legitimate case for you to say, we need to make sure this ETF goes live this day and everyone else will follow. I truly believe that they all come on the very same day. Now, would it surprise me if there's some favoritism and it doesn't happen? No, but in my opinion, I do believe they all come same day. All 15 or 20 of them. How many are we up to now?
Not more than 15. Like 8 to 12. Not sure the exact number, but
I thought we were up in the 15s.
Potentially. Now, let's take a look at Rob was telling me a story about how he went to the store and he bought a mouse. And he said the mouse, how much? What would you say it was? $50?
Yeah,
And-
I have the same mouse as yours, except for this one's white.
Mine is black. So
And so the old one broke, but it worked for a year. And
I think I bought this for like $25.
it was $25 when we bought it, and this one $50. 2x on the price of the mouse, man.
Are you trying to say, Robin, that there's no way inflation is only 7%? Because that is what this guy is saying. Look at this. So this man takes a walk around Costco, and he had taken pictures just a year prior on the same exact products and services, and he checks in a year later.
1 second.
Go ahead.
You know what I do when I go to Costco? I don't bring the cart.
Yeah, we know.
I can't afford
carry
it.
Everything, yeah.
I can't afford it. And so
How do you take all the free samples?
Dude,
if you got your hands full?
You know what?
You have them feed you?
I actually went.
You like-
I did the tour of free samples the other day on Saturday.
The tour de samples?
Yeah, I went. I did all of them.
Hmm.
And went around for seconds. But anyways, I had my
Went around for a second.
I mean, I went there to buy stuff, but
Right,
I decided to take full advantage of the free samples, and they're there for a reason.
Okay.
I didn't buy anything that I tasted though. I feel like
Is that what you wanted me to hold the video for?
No, actually, I completely forgot. But I will say that speaking of taking free samples and not buying anything, my dad, I swear to God, he's got an affinity for test driving cars and not buying them. Like that's all he does.
So the
Every
apple-
weekend.
So you're saying the apple doesn't fall far from the tree?
Every weekend, my dad
Your
is
dad
at a
cars,
car
you
dealership.
food.
My dad is at a car dealership every weekend, and he is test driving cars. He hasn't bought a car in 8 years.
Hey, you gotta make
Goes up
sure.
to the Lambo
So-
dealership.
Anyways, I'm hand carrying my groceries because I'm terrified of filling up a shopping cart at Costco. So my way of saving money, budgeting when I go to Costco, hand carry. If I can't carry it out, I'm not buying anymore. Anyways, I got the $250, man, on a hand carry. I was like, how the hell did I get the $250 on a hand carry?
I don't know.
That was then at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm letting this membership expire. Not for Costco, but for the US. I'm going to Portugal. Thank you.
You're not going to Portugal. Anyways, let's
Or you
watch
can
this
go with
video.
one arm tied to your back next time. That's one arm.
All right.
This man reveals the true food inflation by comparing prices with the price tags on photos he took a year ago.
So I'm walking around Costco here and I'm noticing these prices. For example, these Madras lentils, $15.99. I bought those a year ago for $6.99. I keep getting told that we got, 6-7% inflation. You gotta be kidding me. Let's look at what else we got going on here. We literally bought this chicken broth, $5.69, 2 months ago. Dang, this is the flour we were buying for $5.99 last year.
The
Well,
government
essentially, a lot
has
of
its own
things-
math that they manipulate in a dodgy way. This
I
man
think that what we're seeing now is strong in the food commodities, right? And I don't think that it's coincidence because you have orange juice. It's funny. It just sounds even funny talking about it, but orange juice is one of the strongest performing commodities this year. Also,
Is it oranges or just orange juice?
it's orange juice. Yes, not even oranges. And also,
Must be
you
those plastic containers they put them in, no?
think so?
I don't know.
No, I think it's the transportation cost. I think orange juice, because you got to get the oranges and go to the plant and press it and go to grocery stores. A lot of traveling. Gas is up. I think that's what it is. But its food commodities are up. So I think that food in general had the lowest growth in inflation compared to some of the other categories, right?
Mhm.
Housing damn near doubled. Gas pretty much doubled as well over the last couple years. And I think now we're starting to see a rapid increase in food production because it wasn't really, it went up, but food didn't double, right? Or did it double? I think now it doubled, but not initially, not in the first year
no.
and a half. No.
You guys got to understand the way they measure CPI is so messed up. Is if something was expensive this year, and you stop buying it, well, guess what? Next year, it's not going to be part of the CPI basket of goods. And when you start buying the cheap stuff, that will be in the new basket of goods, and those prices don't tend to go up as fast as some other things that you used to buy. Maybe you used to buy chicken breast, but they're too expensive, and now you buy chicken thigh or chicken drumsticks or whatever the case may be. Next year in the basket of goods, chicken breast won't be in there. So it's a way to keep inflation seeming lower than what it really is, right? I mean, just think of it from a anecdotal standpoint. Do you spend more money on groceries today than you did a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago? For me personally, I don't want to say exponentially more, but it's a lot of damn money. I mean, I used to be able to go to the grocery store once a week, spend $200 to $250. Now you can't leave the store without spending $400 or $500. And that's for a family of 5. So it's sad. And then you have stuff like this. Janet Yellen said, America can certainly afford 2 wars. So this is what Janet Yellen said.
Did she really say that?
She really said that. And this is a picture of her apparently on
I mean, I believe you, but I just got to see what moment is. Janet Yellen.
So
America
can afford 2 wars.
That just sounds so inappropriate.
There was a song, I forget who was saying it. They got money for wars but can't feed the poor. It was Jay-Z or Nas or I don't know. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. No, it's true.
God.
What is wrong with you?
These are the people that are in charge of our money, right? They're the ones that print the money, that issue the currency, and we're supposed to trust them and believe in them. Everything's going to be fine. We're at breakneck pace. You had the WEF, which is majority funded by the United States of America, the the IMF, my apologies, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, where they have their building in the United States, their main building, their headquarters. They come out and said, U.S. debt is unsustainable.
You know, the sad fact is that Americans pay pretty close to 50% tax. Now, we were like, no, we don't pay 50% tax. Income tax is roughly 30%, something like that. But you pay taxes on everything you buy, right? So you earn money and then you get taxed, and then you go buy a car and you get taxed. You buy groceries, you get taxed, and then you go buy gas, you get taxed.
Tax on tax.
So tax on tax, on tax on tax. Facts. Now,
that was good.
So you're around 50% tax. So if you look at our nation compared globally, we actually have one of the highest taxed per capita numbers out there, right? You would think that we're not.
But also, Robin, we are at historically low income tax levels on a federal level. Historically low.
But they get your ass on other places. But
well, you see the IRS now said we're going after $680 billion of taxes Americans did not pay. And they started with Microsoft. Did you see the news? $29 billion.
Yeah,
Microsoft owes the IRS.
Yeah, they're trying to take down Xbox, bro.
They're coming, man. Hey, I'm not even joking. Be thorough with your taxes this year. The last thing you want is an audit where you have to come up and find all these forms and do everything. Just get yourself a good CPA. Report everything you can. Remember, you're only paying taxes on your investments if you're making money.
But the problem is that the tax money they're collecting is going overseas to fight these wars. They're just sending it out to Ukraine. They're sending it out. They're spending millions of dollars for every missile, millions of dollars for every truck or tank or whatever it is. And then they're sending that. So they're not only just sending money. We see that's always headline. That's always front and center, right? Yeah. Hey, they sent $6 billion to Ukraine. But what's kind of lost in the numbers is how much money we spend on weapons, and then we just send that as well. And and so where I'm just getting at is that we're paying taxes, and our taxes aren't staying in here. They're not staying in the United States. They're going elsewhere.
We're spending more than we're bringing in.
And the thing is that if you think about it, that we're the only country that pays taxes and has to go help out with humanitarian aid, help out with defense for everyone else. But nobody sends us money.
Because we're the world reserve currency, Robin, and we're in a unique position to be able to print money. That is if you look throughout history, right? Governments, when they want to get into war, they've always debased their currency. You look at the UK back in the early 1910s and 1920s. That's how they got off the gold standard to fund the war. You saw the US in the 30s during the Great Depression, and gold. American citizens could no longer. They had to hand over their gold in the 30s. Right. This is right after World War I, leading up to World War II. If you're an American citizen, you can now redeem your US dollar notes, your fiat currency, for gold. And then in 71, it expanded to everyone, including central banks and institutions across the globe. If money is backed by something and you can't print it out of thin air, you can't just go out and start invading countries and doing wars and do it.
Money is backed by political promises and the chance of getting re-election. That's literally it. And I try to say that as kind of a funny joke, but it actually just comes out as facts.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Money is backed by, I don't even know what I said.
Promises?
Yeah.
Government promises?
Yeah. Political promises and the political re-election.
And, I tweeted this yesterday. Mark Moss did it.
When I say political promises, it's, hey, under no circumstance, if your country gets in an altercation, we will send billions and trillions of dollars. Israel, if you have anything that happens within your borders, we will send you money. And I got my daughter lives in Israel. You know what I mean? I've been to Israel, so I'm a big supporter of Israel, a great country. At the same time, they're their own country, man. Let them do their thing. Like, there's no need for us to just pour all of our hard-earned money over there.
That's the thing, though, is when you are able to print money out of thin air, you can do these things. If money was backed by a commodity like it's been for centuries, it was gold. And I'd recommend to all of you to go watch Mark Moss, his keynote speech at Bitcoin Amsterdam. It was 30 minutes. It was excellent, phenomenal. He didn't say anything I haven't heard, or same thing with Robin, but the way he brings it all together, especially if you're not familiar or understand the history of international monetary policy, where we've been, where we are, and where we're potentially headed, it's a very good one. And I'll actually, once we get into the markets and I'll send it over to Rob, I will post that link in the chat so you guys can watch it. It was really, really good. Let's keep things moving along here. So we know bankruptcies are up. Rite Aid just filed for bankruptcy. It's a restructuring, but this will include them closing 2,100 stores. Company had more than $2 billion in losses over the last 5 years. Stock is down 80% this year and 99% from its all-time high. This year, we're at a breakneck pace of bankruptcies in the United States. It's just these things have not played their way through the system yet, guys. That is why you have a lot of macro analysts, a lot of people saying recession is coming, and we haven't seen the worst of it. But I do think Bitcoin actually performs well in that scenario. All right, every Monday, we show you guys what is happening in the world of TradFi and macro, so you can, if you're a trader, you can keep these things in mind as far as volatility. So retail sales month over month, those are coming out on the 17th, which is tomorrow. We also have a lot of news coming out of China, their GDP growth year over year, as well as their retail sales also. And then Jerome Powell has given a speech on October 19th, so I believe that is Thursday. What will he say? Rob, do you think people because people used to watch Jerome Powell and the FOMC minutes and watch him speak, and they'd hang on every word he used to say. Are people like just kind of tuning him out now, or they are? Forget the word, but when you've heard something so much, you kind of start to tune it out.
Well, we went from 0% for quite some time
to 5.5,
where we're just infinitely printing money, and then it was basically a measure of is it done? Is it over? They raise rates. Are they going to go back? Are they going to stop? How high are they going to go? I think at this point, everyone's got consensus that we're probably going to stay right around this area. Could we see another 0.25% rate hike? Sure. Could we see another 0.25% cut? Sure. But will we see anything more dramatic than that over the course of 4 months? I don't think so. And so for that reason, especially where we're at, because 0.25 of 5% is not that dramatic, right? Think about it. That is 5%. Right?
Say it one more time. Sorry.
Said 0.25 of 5%.
So a quarter of 5% is 1.25%.
Is it? Yeah. No. Because 10% of 5% would be 0.5%.
Correct.
So yeah. 5%. So basically you have a 5% move if you go up or down 0.25%, right? I know that kind of sounds like a word jumble there. Anyways, it's not that much. And so when you went from 0 to 25 basis points, when you went from 0 to 0.25, that was dramatic. When we went from 0 to when we went from 0.25 to 0.5%, that was doubling of the interest rate. When we went from 0.5% to 1%, that was another doubling. And so we were seeing a situation where we went from infinite printing to doubling the cost of borrowing money over the course of a couple months. So in a few short months, we had to pay twice as much to borrow money as far as our interest rates. And so it was very dramatic. It would be the equivalent if, hey, Jerome Powell is going to speak, and if it's not good, he might go to 10%. You get what I'm saying? Like, it sounds crazy, right? But to go from 1% to 2% or 0.5% to 1%, that had massive implications. And at this point where we're at, not quite as dramatic because the impact or the overall number is not as big of a move. So, there you go.
Okay. Let's take a look at, also guys, I did post the Mark Moss video. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. And so after the show, go watch that. Really, really good. Very intriguing. Also, big shout out to Missy and Crypto's in the house. What's up, Missy and Crypto? She says she's flying out for her 21st birthday. We're going to party. I mean, she didn't say that, but I'm saying that. Anyways.
Why wait? We'll get to that fake ID.
What is wrong with you? Anyways.
What?
Guys.
Vegas is what we do, man.
Token unlocks this week. A big one here is ApeCoin, as it is releasing it. 4.23% of its total supply will be released into circulation, which equates to about $16.52 million. ApeCoin, Rob, was at $24, now at $1. Is this a decent speculation if you want exposure to the Yuga ecosystem, since Bored Apes are...
Why would you even consider
question.
buying this, man? And I remember you used to beat the drum for ApeCoin. You were like,
when did I beat the drum?
Dude, when it thing first came out, and don't make me create a montage because I got a lot of time on my hands nowadays. And you were very pro ApeCoin.
I was not pro
and you were talking about the ecosystem. You said blue chips more than I don't know. I don't have an analogy, but you said it a lot. You said it a lot.
Don't put words.
You were like blue chip. It's always gonna be blue chip.
Yeah,
ecosystem, metaverse.
Yuga is blue chip.
They airdropped the token to rich people, so now it can't fail. And it's the dumbest token ever, man. What the hell? What does it do?
The dumbest token ever.
It's the dumbest token ever. Not ever. No, it's not the dumbest.
No, ever.
Okay,
Not ever.
so
No, I stand correct. However,
good.
It
Correct.
doesn't offer much.
Kind of like you. Now, guys, we did have mass amounts of liquidations. So these are up 315%. We saw that massive candle on Bitcoin. And this number, the 126 million, was in 1 hour. But obviously that was when the news first broke 4 or 5 hours ago. And so, we saw a massive wick. And then here, while I'm on that, here's a wick we saw. This is on the 4 hour on Bitcoin. Look at that wick. Wick all the way up to 30K and come back down. So this was right around 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, this is a rough one. Look at all this volume, too. This is a big move. This would have been nice if it was true. But, Rob, a lot of people are saying this was, you hear, buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Rumor. Spot ETF's getting approved. It's going to get approved. Everyone starts buying it. And then when the news actually hits, there's a big sell-off. But here, seemed like we kind of saw potentially a trial or like a little glimpse of what we can expect when the spot ETF does actually get approved. This is a don't do anything on the rumor and then FOMO in on the news type of scenario. If we saw this on fake news, what kind of sustainability do you think, if you were to speculate here, when the actual news really drops?
If
This
this
before any
is-
liquidity
if
comes to the
this
market.
is if
speculate.
this is the move that you get from the crypto degens, because who was up at 5 a.m.
Well, that's Pacific time. That's Pacific time.
okay.
So 8 a.m. Eastern.
Who's okay? So you got people up at 8 a.m. News breaks. They're like spot order, buy, and it shoots the price up as much as it did off of the handful of crypto degens. That's essentially what it was. If
Yeah,
you
it's
saw
institutions were not-
one article ETF and you're just YOLOing in a Bitcoin as fast as you can, you're degen. This isn't some savvy investor like, like you're just like, you're trying to front run some news. You're trying to get the pump, you're putting in position. Anyways, so if that's what you got off of the degens, then after the news is confirmed and after there's article after article, and then CNN jumps in, and then you have people that aren't regularly buying Bitcoin that are like, oh, hey, maybe now is a good time. You got a green flag, you got the green light from the SEC. This is probably a good time to enter in. I think that the bottom is we can conclude that the bottom is in on Bitcoin's latest cycle. And so for that reason, maybe now is a good time. This would be maybe a half of what you would normally get, right? So I think we could get up to 33,000, right? And that is just off of the crypto people. And then it goes live. And then the ETF goes live. And then
And the
Wall
real
Street,
buying.
Wall
And the
Street,
real
can play.
buying.
Wall Street can play around. Corporate America can play around. Banks can play around. Anybody and everybody that can buy and sell stocks can now buy and sell Bitcoin. And no need to write down a seed phrase. BlackRock's got you covered.
Tornado T-Tube said ETF is not priced in, is what this shows. We have a lot of people saying ETF is priced in. Do you agree with my friend Tornado Tube here? That it's not priced in.
It's not. And the fact that people say this stuff is priced in is stupid. You could sit here and be like, well, the Bitcoin halving's priced in. Like, if you agree that the Bitcoin halving is going to pump the price, do you agree, David?
Yes.
Okay. Then why wouldn't it be priced in right now? You know the price is going to go there. The halving is less than,
Less than
5
6
months away?
Less than 6 months away.
Yeah, so about 5 months away. So if you want to sit here and say it's priced in, then, well, we know that the price of Bitcoin will more than likely be around 50,000 post-halving. And so why not buy it now? Right? It's not that it's not going to happen. We know for sure, 100%, there's no doubt whatsoever, the Bitcoin halving will come. There will be a supply shock. We all know that. And we know the price will go up. And so that event should be priced in because it's 100% certainty. But yet it's not. And so you could say the same thing about an ETF. You could say, hey, it's priced in. Well, no, it's not priced in. Because the liquidity from that market has not touched our ecosystem.
Yeah, that's.
It's not priced in. It's not.
I think some speculation might be priced in, but the real effects of a spot ETF, as far as what we harp on and why we're so bullish on it, that it's not possible to be priced in. I think that's what we're saying here. Rob, let's take a look at the markets where we're at. And if you want to say hi to the chat first, please feel free to.
Yeah,
I give you permission.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
We got a few new people. We have Joshua C on ITC, also C's
CTC.
Crypto,
Oh.
Abe Matthew, Scott Watson, Twin Cities 651, Kelly Kellum up in here, and also Discover Crypto. So, and Miss Teen Crypto. So we got a lot of the content
lot of
creators
crypto.
over here checking out you boys. To all of you. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Let's get it going. We got Bitcoin rallying. At the start of the show, we were at 28.2. And so at the current moment, we are at 28.4. So
Bitcoin moving.
yeah, we're moving. We've added $200 on the price of Bitcoin since the start of the show.
What is that?
And-
What is that pattern there, Rob?
This right here is the psych out. I don't know. I don't got nothing. That's all I got. Terrible.
Telegraph.
Cointelegraph.
Cointelegraph.
You can see the direction here. Even though this was fake news, we were already heading up towards the $28,000 mark anyways. And I think this is just affirmation of that. And I think that people are expecting this ETF to be approved anyways. And so even though it's not factually correct as far as verified, I think that people are leaning on the fact that it's coming and it's going to be here sooner than expected. Now, taking a look at the overall markets on the crypto side, Bitcoin SV, so as we saw Bitcoin rally, all of the ecosystem in Bitcoin, or the tokens that trade by proxy, or however you want to name it, have been moving as well. So top performers, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Cash, Stacks. Something to keep in mind if you're going to try to front run something, keep in mind that, hey, if you notice that Bitcoin's rallied but Stacks has not, might be a good intuition to get exposure there. Same thing with SV and Cash. Might not be a long-term play, might not be something you believe in, but we do know that the price is correlated to the mother coin, Bitcoin. There you go. Also, Solana.
The mother coin.
Mother coin, yeah.
I
Mama.
feel like Bitcoin would be a father coin.
Mama. Solana, up 8%. Render, up 6%. Some of the losers today, Loom, Trust Wallet, and Rocket Pool. So not too much in the red, though.
Now, Rob, you mentioned Grayscale. So let's talk about it. So, the news broke after we were done on the show on Friday, but the SEC chose not to appeal the Grayscale decision. So, what's next for Grayscale and a spot ETF? So, this is sourced from Business Insider. Now that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has failed to appeal its August court loss over Grayscale's application to convert the GBTC into a spot ETF, both Grayscale and the crypto industry are mulling their next steps. The court will issue its final ruling within 7 days. So this coming Friday, this is likely to be a reiteration of the original August ruling, in which the court said the SEC was arbitrary and everyone's new favorite word, capricious, in its reasoning for declining Grayscale's application for the spot Bitcoin product. Now, Robin, we've had the likes of Cathie Wood and the analysts like James Seyfert and Eric Balchunas. We've had a lot of people say, end of the year, beginning of next year, it's now a certainty, 100%, 95%. Where do you stand after the SEC chose not to appeal the Grayscale decision? What are your odds? What do you think? And what do you think happens next?
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be, maybe, I think we were beating the drum on October anyways, right? At least I was.
You were beating the drum in October.
Yeah.
But the drum broke.
It didn't break.
Oh, okay.
Right on cue, The song, treble, bass, melody, it's all right where I thought it was going to be.
Wow.
There you go.
Great job.
Yeah. So to answer your question,
You still think October?
yeah. I think by the end of the month.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. So
I told you I would not be surprised. It gets officially announced that they're going to approve the ETF in the next 48 hours. I think that Cointelegraph was on something.
Really? You've been right a few times. It's interesting to see if you'll be right on this one. Guys, if you think Robin is right, if you agree with Robin,
Big Rob,
sorry.
yes.
If you agree with Big Rob, who needs to get back in the gym, if you agree with Big Rob that we're going to see official news of a spot ETF get approved in the next 48 hours, put a 1 in the chat. If you think he's crazy, put a 2 in the chat. Let us know what you think. And then real quick to wrap it up on this one before we move on. Were you surprised?
No spamming.
What are you doing?
You can't do that,
Were you surprised, Rob? Excuse me. Rob, were you surprised that the SEC did not appeal the ruling? Any thoughts? There?
They would have to make they would have to submit a counter argument, and I just feel like they're losing battles, right?
You think so? You think they just Gary threw the towel in and said, "Fine, here."
For this particular case, yes.
I mean, we saw the rhetoric. We saw his rhetoric and vernacular change at his very last testimony at the House, right? Where he's usually hasn't been forthright and forthcoming to saying Bitcoin is not a security, but he did in that one. Then we have them not appealing. So could Gary Gensler say, fine, here's Bitcoin, but the rest of you altcoins coming after you? You think that can happen? I think that's very potentially possible.
I think he's going to focus on the broader crypto space and also the exchanges. I think that instead of going after Bitcoin, instead of going after
The projects
the major projects like Ethereum, Bitcoin,
going after DEXs.
I think that DEX regulation, providing KYC, so that way they can properly collect taxes. I mean, think about it. I mean, if they're going to allow crypto to trade, what is their mission going to be? Right? It's going to be, hey, if it's guys are going to trade it and we're going to allow it, let's tax the crap out of it. And so these DEXs, y'all circumventing all the tax stuff. So let's get that on board.
Let's uncircumvent.
Yes,
Uncircum.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't really uncircum. Anyways,
Yeah.
so we
You can't
here believe.
You can't put a baby back in the belly, right?
I believe that. Yeah. Anyways, I'm done.
I'm done.
Go.
All right.
Go. Thank you.
Rocco was waiting for that.
I appreciate it. Rocco, thank you.
Good job, Rocco.
Appreciate it.
Proud of you, man.
Also, I saw a lot of twos in the chat. Y'all apparently don't believe me. And also, Nando says he thinks I'm smoking fentanyl. I am not.
What the fuck? What?
Uncalled for. So. I will have the last laugh, people. Ha!
You know what, Rob? I kind of want to agree with you, man. But again, I think it's
I will
weird
drop
that it was
so many told you so's in here.
I just think with Cointelegraph, if it was like CoinDesk, sure, right? Cointelegraph, nothing against them. I just don't think they would be the ones to get this insider info before any other news outlet would.
But maybe
Everyone got it and they just jumped the gun.
Exactly. Now you're
I
thinking.
can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. Okay. I can see it. All right. I can see this too, but I don't want to
But
see it.
the last thing I'll say is that they have to come up with tickers. They have to tell you how many companies are going to be approved. They got to have some framework. They got to have a PR release. You know, they got to have their stupid Twitter update. They're probably gonna make a video on it. They gotta announce it to
We haven't seen
Congress
any
because
video like that in a
Congress has
while.
been asking a lot of questions. And so there's probably a lot that needs to be done for them to approve it. And with that said, because there's so much to be done, there's probably a lot of people that have to get things done. And so there's probably a lot of people that are in the know that the ETF is coming, but they're not allowed to talk about it. Somebody squealed.
There might be some people that know, but there's a lot of people in the yes. Bad jokes today. Now, we do have this.
Can we get some sound effects on that one? Okay.
Not even all
We
the
got
way.
crickets too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about the crickets.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Good.
Here in Vegas, we do get swarms of locusts.
Mm.
Yes.
Speaking of locust-looking things, Gavin Newsom in California.
What was that? No, you deserve it.
Looks like a locust. Rocco, I'm going to throw this can at you if you don't stop.
You gotta stop,
California
man.
governor approves.
California governor approves the strict crypto regulatory framework.
What is going on today, man? What the hell? Guys,
It's Monday.
we just want to have fun. We want to have fun. We want to share our knowledge with you. We want to have a good time for 1 hour. So just don't judge us, okay? California governor approves strict crypto regulatory framework for the year 2025. California Governor Gavin Newsom has given the green light to a new crypto regulation bill that aims to establish a stricter regulatory framework for crypto businesses. Like Rob said, maybe they're going after exchanges more, which this one seems to be focused on that. Set to take effect July of 2025. The legislation, known as the Digital Financial Assets Law, will mandate individuals and businesses engaged in digital asset activities to obtain a Department of Financial Protection and Innovation license if they want to continue operating in California. Now, this also refers to a money transmitter license and money transmitter laws. the Digital Financial Assets Law introduces additional measures by empowering the DFPI to impose rigorous audit requirements on cryptocurrency firms and obliging them to maintain comprehensive financial records. I don't have a problem with that for centralized entities, right? You have a problem with states requiring the likes of Coinbase and Kraken and Binance to adhere by certain rules and have to keep financial documentation and have to prove that they have their customer funds and have to have money transmitter licenses because they're essentially transmitting money. Do we have any issue with that, Robin, when it comes to centralized entities? What do you think?
I think so. I mean, we saw, I don't know if we were going to cover it today, but we saw the UK or that Binance is not onboarding anymore UK.
They said it's temporary, but yes.
Temporary. Temporary becomes more not temporary, right? Very, yeah, for sure. Anyways, I think that exchanges are in the crosshairs right now because
Do they
aren't-
deserve to be?
No.
No?
Well, some of them do. But here's the thing: like, you look at Coinbase. Like, why is Coinbase getting sued? Why are they in the crosshairs of the SEC? You know, they've tried to
Publicly traded company.
yeah, they've tried to cooperate. They've tried to do, they try to run their company in the most transparent and I guess you could say like the most ideal way of operating. And they're getting punished because there's a narrative out there that crypto's bad and that it needs to be shut down. And the SEC is looking towards the banks for favoritism. That's all it is. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon.
I do think, and we can't blame anyone but ourselves. And when I say ourselves, I mean the top ones, right? The likes of FTX, Voyager, Celsius, all these CeFi and centralized entities that completely thought they could do whatever the hell they wanted, right? Take all of our money, use it to degen, use it to pay off politicians, use it to bribe Chinese government. And so I don't think it's a bad thing that these exchanges that are holding our crypto, holding our money, that they should have to report to state or federal law or to state and federal regulators, right? Like, wouldn't you want to know that if you have money on OKX or Binance or KuCoin, that every 3 months, which is what Coinbase has to do because they are a publicly traded company, which is why for me, Coinbase is clear and cut the number one safest centralized exchange if you want to use one.
You can look at the New York City, was it the crypto license, whatever it's called, where they made it very difficult for people to buy and sell crypto. And I don't think this is the answer. And do we need regulation? And should we hold exchanges accountable? Yeah, but I don't think we should be in a situation where like, hey man, you know what? It's a pain in the ass living in California to buy crypto now. It's a pain in the ass to live in New York and buy crypto now. Like it's impossible. I can only buy these tokens. I'm not allowed to buy crypto from these exchanges if I live in this state. It seems asinine, and we don't see it in traditional investments, right? You don't see it in Wall Street. It's not like you can go to Texas and all of a sudden buy Tesla, and you go to Wyoming and you're not allowed to buy Tesla, right? Oh, hey, you can use Webull in Florida, but you can't use it in New York. And I know that there are certain things that can and can't be used in the financial sector, but for the most part, they're border free when it comes to the states, when it comes to investing in Wall Street and investing in commodities. And essentially that's what this is, right? It's either security or it's a commodity if it's a crypto token. And if it's a security and a commodity, and you can buy and sell securities in any state, and you can buy and sell securities or you can buy and sell commodities in any state, and there's really not too much different from state to state. I think just muddying the waters and saying, hey, you live here, good luck buying crypto, more regulation here. We see California do this all the damn time.
It's California.
We see it happen all the damn time in California. All of a sudden, the emissions for cars are now drastically different because one state says this is how it's done. Now, there are benefits and to this, yes, but there's also downsides. Go look how much it costs to live in California. Do you want that across the rest of the
I
nation?
still can't believe my brother moved there. What an idiot. From Vegas to California. I'm like, you're an idiot. Anyways.
Brotherly love there.
What?
Brotherly love.
Anyways, like Rob did mention, Binance to temporarily stop accepting new UK users after an FCA restriction. Binance, the world's largest exchange, has said it would temporarily stop accepting new UK users from today in an interim measure taken after its UK promotions approver, named Rebuilding Society, was hit by a restriction from the country's Financial Conduct Authority regulator last week regarding new crypto promotion rules. Binance said in an announcement it was currently looking for a new FCA authorized partner in the UK, but that there would be some temporary restrictions to its platform and mobile app for UK users until a new partner is found and financial promotions have been reapproved. Now, this is, in my opinion, a perfect scenario, a perfect exhibit of how they can essentially ban something without essentially outright banning something, right? In the U.S., the Federal Reserve and the FDIC and the Office of the OCC sends out a letter saying, hey, banks, we would not recommend you service crypto companies. Be careful. ... What are your thoughts on this, Rob? And then just some real quick, some stats here from the UK. About 6% of people in Britain, or approximately 3.3 million, have invested in crypto as of 2023. And the user base has surged by 103% since the beginning of 2018. So not the biggest market, but not a small market to say the least. So Rob, what are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with me that this is essentially indirect way of, I don't want to say banning crypto, but maybe dissuading companies to come or offer services?
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious what it is. I mean, there's no need to dig any deeper into it. That's what's happening. But, you had the MICA bill, and so there was this idea that we were supposed to be ushering in favorable regulation and
You know, Usher is
transparency.
actually performing at the Super Bowl in Vegas.
Let's pass him an Asher, please. Don't bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
You lost your train of thought?
I didn't really have anything else going on.
Okay. I was hoping you did, because how does it feel? Now,
Amazing.
what does feel good is when you have sponsors of the channel. And it does feel good that CAMS, Blue Wire Technology, is one of our sponsors. So big shout out to them. If you want to learn more how they can help your business grow, maximize your networking and IT and cybersecurity, visit BlueWireTech.com. Also, big thank you to Radix, the top layer 1 DeFi in our space, for sponsoring the channel. So guys, as you know, we're not just a regular webcam and microphone. We have an actual studio with a lot of expensive equipment and expensive rent and expensive memberships that we pay a month. And so if it wasn't for sponsors and support from the community, we wouldn't be able to keep the lights on. So big thank you to all the sponsors. Big thank you to everyone that supports this channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. Ping the notification bell so you know when we go live. Also, follow us on Twitter at Sin City Crypto.
I heard a lot of people
1.
talking about opening the club. We were going to open the club at 170 likes. We did not get there today. 140. A little
Shame on
shy. Maybe tomorrow. Guys, show up tomorrow.
I am
beat the
also a
drum.
little shy. Speaking of tomorrow, guys, Rate My Portfolio is back. This is Robin's first time. He'll be rating a portfolio live on air. Are you excited?
Yeah.
I got a good one for tomorrow.
Okay. For sure.
Got a good one. So make sure to tune in. I kind of have one picked up, but I'm not 100% set on it. If you're not following us on Twitter, do yourselves a favor. Follow us, because I will be posting in a few short hours which portfolio we'll be reviewing on the channel tomorrow. And so follow us there. Also, our DMs on Twitter are open if you want to submit your portfolio. Check, we did 2 tweets ago. We told you the information we need. You can either DM us on Twitter, email admin@sincitycrypto.io, or you can join our Discord and DM me or Crypto Billy there. With that being said, Rocco,
Mhm. Ready?
That was a rocket tornado. Like, it just shot up, didn't twirl over. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for starting your week with us here. On behalf of all of us here at Sin City Crypto, we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Peace.
Sin City Crypto. Everybody know what we here for. Entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in. For big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin, it's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't